I'm focusing on pages 4 and 5, and I'm going to left click on my images layer to make sure that it's active and all of the layers are locked. And I'm going to pan just to the side of the left hand page. I'm going to work in the pasteboard area first, and then making sure nothing's active, go to File and choose Place. Now, making sure that we are working on the desktop. So if I go to my desktop, still working in journalism, under layouts, I'm going to head to the links folder. And here, I'm going to import a file called quotemarks.jpg. I'll just hover my cursor at the side and left click to deposit that. I'll then zoom into it so we can see it nice and clearly. So we have a low quality JPEG here, and we're going to reproduce it with vector shapes from inside of InDesign. I'm going to make sure that this is locked by going to Object and Lock, so we don't click on that by accident. And then I'll click and hold down and activate the ellipse tool. I'll keep the fill set to magenta, and I'll make sure that the stroke is set to none. And then I'm going to hover my cursor in the lower right corner of that thumbnail, the image, click and hold down the mouse, keep it held down and drag up towards the left-hand side, holding the Shift key down, and then just trying to roughly match that to the JPEG in terms of size in there to create a portion that kind of roughly matches that circular area. I'll switch to my selection tool, click away to the side, and then zoom in a little bit closer now. We need to see more detail on this. I'm going to switch to my pen tool by tapping the P key on the keyboard. You can reach it just here from the tools panel. This time I'm going to change the fill color to cyan, hit return. I'm going to hover my cursor on the very edge of that circle and then left click with the mouse and let go. Not holding anything down with the mouse or the keyboard, I'm going to hover my cursor right to the top of our kind of placeholder that we're working off. Left click, that will create a straight line. Then I'm going to hold down the Shift key and hover across to the top right edge and Shift and left click. I'm going to take my cursor down to this region, just overlapping the circle, and left click and let go. And then finally hover my cursor over the original point where we left clicked to start making this shape, and your pen tool will reveal a circle which indicates that we're about to complete the shape. And I'll left click. I'll switch to my selection tool. I can hover my cursor over the magenta coloured circle and Shift and left click to select both of them. And then using the Pathfinder panel once more, I can hover over Add, and it will combine these two shapes together as one. There we go. I can close down my Pathfinder panel. I'll just move this shape to the side, and then from here I'll expand open images, and I can see here that we've got our JPEG called quote marks. I'm going to unlock that and hover over left click to select it, and then I'm going to hit the delete key on the keyboard because we don't need it anymore. I'll go to View and choose Fit Spreading Window, and just off the side in here I'm just going to drag this back into our layout, and we'll change the properties of that in the next video. But that's how you can create multiple shapes inside of InDesign, and then you can merge them together with the Pathfinder panel.